Hello, everybody. Just wanted to do a quick overview of Fast Drive Football electronic scoreboard that I've put together just in the last couple days after Al Wilson put out the word about his new game that he came up with, and what a good game it is. I've been really enjoying it. So let's get into it. It just kind of works a lot like my other ones, except that it's just very little that you do. Mostly it's just the less than and greater than key and the enter button, a little with the mouse. So click there to get it started. And basically you have the charts here, the team cards here, a reminder of the timing die here. You have dice here. You can turn them on and off here if you want to use your own die. So for this game, we'll do a practice with the Vikings of 72 against the Redskins of 72. The timing is kept automatically as you go through. Looks like I need to refresh this page. That was the last game I played. So we'll just put in a couple teams here. Vikings 1972 and the Redskins 1972. After you put in the names and the year, I only have 1972 and 1966 teams at this time. I can put other teams in. It took me like 10 minutes to get 66 teams put in a few minutes ago. Time is kept here. It's not perfect. This whole thing is not perfect. It's probably not for everyone, as I've learned with my other scoreboards. But if you can get through it, I love using it. I use a lot of my others, but other people, it's just not for them. So fair warning. The clock is there. It's not perfect. So what happens is at the end of the quarter, if it goes over, say there's a minute left and you put in a timing number that is 2 minutes, it'll take the last minute off and then reset itself at 15 minutes. So you lose that 1 minute. To offset that, I do not use the red dots that call for the use of reducing the clock for that particular play, taking a minute or so off. So basically, I offset it by not implementing these red dots because of the clock, the way it works. But what it does do is you'll see as you go through the game, it'll automatically go through each quarter. So these are your charts. Team cards are here. To go through the charts, you can't do it with the mouse. You have to use the less than and the greater than keys on your keyboard. So I'm using the greater than key to go right. I'm basically using the less than and greater than key on your keyboard to go left, right. I guess I could use the arrows on the keyboard too, but I didn't do that. So the less than and greater than takes you through the charts. To get started, I just used the first roll, and I used the first two for the kickoff. It's a 42, so we're average field position. I hit the tab button. Basically, you're doing a lot of tabbing, just going through, running the game, and the dice happens, and you reference the chart and the cards. So I'm going to tab, get my next roll. It's a 3. So that'll be 2, and you have the option of entering 1, 2, 3, or 4 for ticks. This is a 2, and then I'll tab. You can see the clock automatically counted down the correct amount. And then you go with the 1, 3, 5 check. 1, 3, 5, good looking run, but clean hit knocks the ball loose. It's a fumble. So I would go on here and click fumble, or conversely, I can just hit the F key and go through the different F results. Fumble, so I just use the F key to do that. Tab, and I get a new dice roll. I basically use the first die for the result of the fumble. I'm going to use my greater than key to go to the fumble results and reference 2. Receiver drops the ball, reaching for extra yards, average field position for the opponent. So right here, I could just come down and select A, or conversely, I can just hit A on my keyboard and tab, get a new roll. We have a timing roll of 4, so I could select here and go 4, or I can just hit 4 on my keyboard, tab, and the time comes off the clock. The result is 226 using the less than key, 226. Undisciplined defense? No, in fact, they're disciplined. 226. Solid offense? Affirmative. O-line wins key battles on drive, opening lanes for rush attack. Punt, coffin. So I could go here and go to punt, coffin corner, or conversely, I can just hit P until I get to that, and then tab. I just like to hit the keyboard, use the keyboard. So I tab, we have a coffin corner kick of 26. I use the first 2 dice, 26 on the coffin corner punt. And that puts the opposing team in poor field position. So I'm gonna hit, again, I could select poor, or I'm just gonna hit P on the keyboard. Get my timing roll. It's a 4, so that's a 2. Hit 2 on the keyboard, tab, and then go to 4, 4, 5. Less than key to 4, 4, 5, poor field position, and yes, it is. The offense gains yards, but doesn't get into scoring range punt. So I'm going to hit P on the keyboard for punt and tab. Again, you can use your mouse and do the pull down menus, or after you get used to it, you can just tab and hit the keys on your keyboard. So this is a punt with a 1-4. Perfect punt, returns deep in their own end, poor field position. P on the keyboard for poor, tab. 3 on timing is a 2, and the numbers are 3, 3, 4. Oop. 3, 3, 4, a solid offense, and that is affirmative. Quarterback protection holds, offense drives into field goal. It's a field goal attempt. So I'm here, and you can see there's field goal attempt good and missed. And this will show you if they make it, how the automatic scoring works. So I'm in here to get a new roll of the dice for the field goal, and it's 11 to 35. That's right, the Redskins kicker was really bad. So it has to be 11 to 35. So to get a fresh roll, I'm just going to hit the enter key, or you could click here and get a new roll. I'm just going to hit the enter key, and the roll is a 21. So he did make the field goal, and so I'll just use the pull down menu. Field goal attempt, good. And as soon as I tab out of that, you can see it added 3. So it's coded to reference if a field goal is good to put 3. And if it's a touchdown, it'll put 7. If it's a touchdown with an extra point missed, which is one of the choices, it'll put 6. So it'll automatically keep scoring that way. But you can make manual adjustments up here if you need to, if something goes awry. So I'm just going to continue to tab. We have a kickoff, and it's a 14. So we do need to reference what that is. On a 14 kickoff, poor tackling and good running combined for an energizing return and great field position. So right here, I'm going to hit the G key, bring up great, tab, get the timing roll of 1. That's 1 tick, tab, and go to 1, 1, 3. Again, I'm using the less than and greater than keys to go through these charts. 1, 1, 3, clumsy offense, no. Porous offense, no. It's a punt. P on the keyboard, tab. We have a punt of 13, and that puts punt returner hit as he feels the ball. It's a fumble. So I'll just tab over to here and hit fumble because he fumbled it. Keep tabbing and go to our fumble. Oh, the fumble roll is right here with a 3. Offense fumbles after moving to scoring position. Opponent will have average field position. So that was a fumble off of a punt, and I have yet to find the fumble chart for the punt. So I assume it is it this one you use for it? Anyway, it's here. In this case, it would be kicking team recovers fumble after a long return. Yeah, see, I think that's off of an onside kick fumble. So for a punt fumble, I should read the instructions a little better. I have been using this one, which would put the opposing team in average field position. So I've hit A on the keyboard, tab, and I have a timing roll of 5. That is a 3, tab, and we're into the second quarter now with a 2-3-5. 2-3-5 is quarterback scrambles, and as soon as he throws, it's an interception. And I could just hit the I key on my keyboard, interception. Fresh roll comes up. Need to reference the interception. First die is a 4. Good return, great field position. G on the keyboard. Timing roll is a 6. That's 4 ticks. Tab over and then reference the 3-3-6. Clumsy offense, no. Staunch defense, no. TD pass. So here I'm going to, I could just hit TD. I just saw it go by. Pass. Or you could do the drop down and select it. Let's get the extra point before we move out of this field because it's going to add 7 at this point. But let me just go here, hit return, hit the enter button, and get a fresh roll for the extra point. It's good. So it is a TD pass, and I'll give them the full 7 points and just tab out of it, and you can see 7 points was added. And then we just get the kickoff, which is an average, and get the timing roll, which is 1, and then reference 1-3-5. 1-3-5, good looking run, but fumble. So we're going to give them a fumble, tab, get the fumble roll. It is a 2 on the fumble chart. Receiver drops ball, reaching for extra yards, average field position. A on the keyboard, timing die 3, that's 2 ticks. And then we would reference 3-5-4. So I'm about out of time on my video on this free software that allows me 15 minutes. So let's see. I told you how to get a roll. You can turn the die on and off. Possession kind of changes as you go through and select these. The possession automatically changes. You can do it manually if you need to force something, but normally if you tab in through here, it'll change on its own. This is pretty much it. We're using the less than and greater than keys, the tab key. You can do shortcuts of just kind of choosing with the keyboard to go through the different results for P or F, or you can just bring it up and select it. And then I just tab through. So I'll take questions on the forum, but that is just a quick down and dirty of how it works. And I will hopefully get this posted for everybody to enjoy. And again, thank you, Al, for this great little game. I have really been enjoying it. And that is about all I have to share regarding this, I do believe. If I think of anything else, I will post it. Thanks for watching.